Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today what I want to talk about in this little VestPocket video is Rolex Air King, and this is in praise of the Rolex Air King. It's 40 millimeters, 4 hertz movement, 48 hours, automatic, COSC chronometer, oyster steel. Okay, now there's only one model. I think this is one of the few Rolexes, perhaps the only Rolex, that they only seem to have one model of, and this is it, the oyster steel version. It's listed for $6,200, and the best extorted price. Now, they like to call this a premium when they charge you over. I call it extortion, but Rolex users and owners, I guess, love those things so much that they're willing to pay it. So I found this was a brand new one for $6,300. So there's only $100 extortion. That's not so bad. I compared it with a couple other ones. The Milgauss has the same movement, and it's $8,200. It's $2,000 more. Again, this one doesn't have a very big extortion. Best price on that one I could find was $8,280. So it's like $80 extortion, or premium as they like to call it. If you look at the Oyster Perpetual, there's 39 millimeters oyster steel. Now it's got a different movement called the 3132, and it's $5,700. Now that's $5,700 is only $500 less than the $6,200. Or another way of looking at it, the Air King's only $500 more. So I like it. I like it for a lot of reasons. Let's take a closer look at some of these things. First of all, the 3131 movement, it's described as perpetual mechanical self-winding with a magnetic shield to protect the movement. Paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring. I like that hairspring. There's another hairspring that Rolex has I don't like. It's a silicone one. This one's a cool one, I think. That's my opinion now, okay? So here you have the same exact movement as a Milgauss. The watch costs $2,000 less. I don't think they took out the the Milgauss out of it. They refer to the magnetic shield to protect the movement. Or, so it's really essentially the Milgauss, I think, and the Air King, essentially the same movement. One, they named it after the 1,000 Gauss. Anyway, but it's a nice little movement, automatic. Now, the dial on this is something else. At first, I didn't quite figure it out. It's got the hours, minutes, and seconds, and the way the dial is set up, you have at 12 o'clock, you got this big triangle for your 12 o'clock index, and then you have the numbers 3, 6, and 9 for the 15-minute indexes, and then all around it, you have 5-minute indexes. So you have, at 1 o'clock, you have 5, at 2 o'clock, you have 10, and so forth. And it's just very cool kind of thing. I don't know, to me it is. I like it. I love the colors. Green and black, and then the white indexes. And thing about it, I have trouble with black dials because a lot of times they don't have much of a contrast. The same thing with white dials, I guess, too. If they have like white numbers on a white dial, it's hard to see. But these are pretty easy to see in a great big old Mercedes hour hand. So, now, a lot of pilots will say it's not a pilot's watch because it doesn't have a Zulu time or a GMT in it. And if you look at, I think the Explorer is one with the GMT Explorer has that. Now, you take a look at the Rolex Sky Dweller, beautiful watch. I love it. Now, it costs exactly twice as much as the Air King, okay, and you do get your, you get both a date as well as a GMT with it. But for $14,000, And there's $7,000 extortion on that. In other words, there's the $7,000 premium was the best price I could find with a blue dial, $21,589. I mean, come on. So anyway, so this is, so I know that perhaps it's not as popular as it should be, but take a look at the Air King if you're thinking of a Rolex. I think they're well priced, they're available, and they're sort of cool watches. Anyway, let me know what you think, and until next time, Bill Sanders for Watch Outside, the Art and Science of Watch Collection.